Welcome to episode 1135 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. I've got some fun facts, a little bit of bad news, tiny bit, and then a couple of crazy lost treasure stories. You guys interested in that?
Oh,
in the coffee today?
You know we are.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the treasure boys with me, Mark and Wes. And Mark's got a women's double on deck.
That's right. Women.
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
Thank you,
know?
Will. Exactly.
That's the end of that.
That's what they say.
I think it's pretty true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
for the most part. Mothers. And Wes has one about what a way to go. Oof, what a way to go to close things up.
That's right. Yeah, this is a bad one. Thank you, Charles.
It's a bad way to go. Yes, thank you to everybody who submits these. Lots of good submissions today. And happy birthday to Hard Factor VP of Football Operations, PFT commenter. Happy birthday today. I think we're going to catch up with him on the pod sometime after the Super Bowl, but today is his birthday.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Yeah. Yes, Eric. Well,
Thanks for inviting me to the beach. Appreciate it.
Eric's brother who survived Eric. PFT commenter. And trivia.
We're going to tell Wes about the birthday celebration we're doing without him?
Yeah, I bet there is one.
Oh, yeah, Wes. Shit, we're going to need to be off.
Sorry.
No, it's
Well,
just
what else is new?
there's no birthday party that Wes isn't invited to. Trivia, though, which Wes is invited to, but he's not coming because he's going to drop a half a pack with Wes. Trivia is this Friday, February 3rd, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is on 2/3/23, 9 p.m. Patreon.com/hardfactor. To get in on trivia, you have to be in the send in the car tier, top tier, but it's worth it. Very fun. Also, the Fatathon will run Valentine's Day through Memorial Day, leading up to Fat Boy Summer. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Pods if you want to hear it on Friday's show. Store.hardfactor.com. Anything else, guys?
No, that's big stuff. The Fatathon and trivia coming up next few weeks here. It's pretty good.
Yes. It's quite a time to be alive in the Hardo Hive. Let's do the news. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Top trending news at the time of taping. But first, some fun facts. And if you thought that Mars's lumpy potato moon Phobos was weird, check out Saturn's ravioli-shaped moon named Pan.
Oh, wow.
See that?
That is weird as fuck. That's
How
a
did
moon?
How did it get to that shape?
Funny story, Mark. Actually, Saturn has a bunch of small, weirdly shaped inner moons that have been slamming together over the eons to be shaped like raviolis and dildos.
Looks like a mochi, you know, like those Japanese.
Yeah, the middle one looks like a mochi. So there's Pan, Atlas, and Prometheus. Prometheus looks like a butt plug. Pan looks like a ravioli. And Atlas, looks like one of those things, Wes.
That's strange.
Yeah, pretty weird, right? Crazy. You can always join the live stream at youtube.com/hardfactornews. And right now, if you were in the stream, you'd see Mark battling with his camera. It's fantastic. So,
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes him fat, and then sometimes it just makes it disappear.
then the screen just goes away. It's awesome. Okay. Also, another fun fact from space, guys. Mark will be back with us soon. Another fun fact from space. A NASA orbiter recently found an image of a bear's face on the surface of Mars. Wes, you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Like if it was like, yeah, I mean, it's a shitty bear's face. Why'd they choose bear? Why'd they choose bear?
It's not a clear bear's face to you. I mean, it's.
I mean, no, it's not a clear.
No, it's not. It's like if a 3-year-old accidentally drew a bear's face.
Right.
And many are saying that, Wes, it could just be a crater and a volcanic vent in the middle of that crater. But nobody knows for sure what the Martians are really trying to say to us right now with that bear's face image they've carved.
That's how dumb they think we are. Hey, nobody wants to pay attention to space. Let's just pretend it looks like a bear's face, and then people will pay attention to it.
That's how you get it to trend.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
that's
the
how you
only
get the trend.
space thing that trended this week.
That's right. Yeah.
Bear's face.
Those idiots will love a bear's face space. You know.
Cocaine Bear's coming out
This
soon.
relates to the people. What- Mark, you good?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. For now.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to some of the other trending news today, which happens to be
It's the calm before the storm. There's some bad weather brewing, yeah.
there really is. And Mark, I don't know if your connection is being affected, but the bad weather that's trending in the news as we tape the show right now is actually in Texas, where both of you are, Austin, Texas. So could it be the weather that's giving you the technical difficulties? Because I hear that it's going to get potentially to 30 degrees.
Oh, it's there.
It's already there. Yeah.
It's there.
Shit.
It's,
What
uh,
else
it's
is going
gone.
to happen?
It's cold rain. It's cold raining.
My God.
School's canceled for the next day and a half.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good to be prepared, right? If it's going to get what are they saying? Are they saying it could be icy for a couple hours
It's going
in
to
the morning?
be cold and icy in the mornings, potentially, at the high, especially on those high bridges, potentially.
Damn.
Yeah, the bridges are where you really got to watch out.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you really do on those overpasses. It's
It's
impassable.
It's
Yep.
chilly out here.
So let's just fuck up everyone's day. All the moms and dads that got to go to work.
Yep.
And now they got to stay home to watch their kid because Austin ISD couldn't do a 2-hour delay and give this son 1 hour time to do what it's going to do.
They
which
literally
is,
canceled already for you tomorrow. Today, I guess today. Sorry.
Yeah.
Today, but yeah.
Just because it'll get below freezing.
And
I
it's
love.
going to get to freezing around 32. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe no ice at all potentially. Cause
Well,
you gotta
again,
get
on those top bridges, that's where the higher and darker.
one kid might
get-
slip and fall.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to make fun of it now that I'm in a cold weather place, but at the same time, I appreciate it because I have driven around like people who are late for work on nothing but ice for nothing but the last like 2 months. It's been nothing but that. It's just been driving on ice with people who are late to work.
Deal
and that
with
is
it.
so annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
You're sliding and people are like on your fucking bumper.
They're so scared to get it wrong here in Austin. They're so scared to just have any kind of accident on their hands. You know, like that's the thing. It's like they're just petrified of it.
Yesterday during the games and stuff, like
get a day
winter
off.
storm warnings started popping up, and it was like 64 degrees, and I was like, what are they talking about? And then it did eventually get to like the mid-30s, but they're like, winter storm warning inbound. I was like, I don't care what kind of precipitation comes down. If it's 64 degrees out, not going to be a problem.
I found
It's like
it.
Jack
yeah,
Freeze down here when he just
Yeah.
He's blowing all over Texas.
It's Jack Freeze again.
all over
yeah.
the Lone
Freeze,
Star
That
State.
bastard Jack Freeze. But I guess it's going east. The Easties are going to get slammed later. You'll probably tell us well. But by like Thursday or Friday, we're back to like the 60s. So like it's just a
No,
couple
I
days.
didn't. I honestly like. I just thought it was hilarious that
It is
that
hilarious.
like Texas weather was one of the top trends because, and then I saw it and it was like, oh, it's going to be in the 30s. Okay,
Right.
so that's classic. That's a classic when Texas weather trends.
the reason
okay.
the reason Will the reason you're on coffee today is because I had to do a shoot at a school. My son's old school. They do this like gala filming where they have
Were they
me come-
open?
They were open. They were open yesterday. Look, we taped this the day before, so
Right,
I-
they were
I
open on
just got
Monday, but
they're open on Monday,
but they're closed Tuesday.
but they're closed Tuesday. So all day I'm at the school just getting harassed by kids being like, I had to answer the question, "Who are you?" 80 times, and just wondering when the mean one was going to call me fat. That's like this is like all day. Like, all right, which one of you little fucks is going to tell me I'm fat?
Do you say I'm so and so's dad, or do you say I'm
No,
a photographer?
no. I get real literal with them after a while. I said, I'm here to film you. That's what I say. I'm here to film you. Just shut up.
You don't even do the chit chat with them.
No,
You're
no.
just like,
I try to be cute for the first hour of the day, and then by the 80th time someone says, "Who are you?"
stand on the X. Stand on the X. Smile.
Yeah, exactly.
Say your fucking name. Read
so
this
over
card.
it. Yeah, but I was gonna do it tomorrow too, but luckily they canceled school, so I get a little reprieve.
Nice.
Am I frozen or is Will frozen?
No.
Oh
Will's
no,
frozen.
sorry guys.
Oh.
My internet was crapping out for a second.
Ha.
It
Okay.
must be all the ice. I think it's the winter. This ice is really fucking with us. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, Wes, it's good to get literal with the kids. They need to know.
Yeah,
They need to know.
absolutely.
Yeah. No, 100%. No. All right. Technical difficulties are behind us now. It is time to rip the Band-Aid off, fellas. 2 sayings, 1 new segment, which could be common in the cup of coffee because there's a lot of bad news, when you talk about the trends, right? And they say bad news comes in 3s.
Yeah.
And then they also say that it's better to just rip off the Band-Aid. So here is a bad news Band-Aid rip. 3 bad newses real quick for you. First up, a suicide bomber presumably working for the Pakistani Taliban, who later recanted responsibility for the bombing, left 59 dead and over 150 more wounded in Peshawar, Pakistan on Monday. It was a suicide bombing at a mosque. Most of the dead are reported to be police. The Taliban has increased attacks in Pakistan since regaining control of neighboring Afghanistan in 2021.
That's bad.
Bad.
Next
But
one.
we did it quick.
Yeah.
So
Bad.
bad.
That's real bad.
Yes, notably bad. Next up, rest in peace to the brother and friend of YouTube movie reviewer Schaffrillas, James Farillas, and his brother Patrick and their friend Chris Schaefer got in a car wreck on Sunday. Chris and Patrick have sadly died, and James is in critical condition. We're wishing their family and friends all the best, because very tragic story.
I did not know who these people were, but that sucks.
Yeah.
No,
Also
but,
bad. You're
yeah,
right.
bad.
That's the second bad one. What's the third one?
Second bad one, yeah. And finally, R.I.P. To NHL legend Bobby Hull, the Chicago Blackhawks superstar from 1957 to 1972, won a Stanley Cup, had 12 All-Star appearances, and was father to Brett Hull, another NHL Hall of Famer. Bobby was 84, so he lived a long, great life.
Right.
Not as sad.
Not as bad. He's just one of the best hockey players of all time. So impactful. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy trails. Yeah. So, yeah.
You think
so
that phrase is like bad news comes in threes? It's like, like bad news coming all over your face. Like that, because that would be bad too.
Like 3 ropes have come.
Yeah, like
Like
3
you always
ropes
get
all over your
bukkakied.
It's
three
just
ropes
it's one
by
rope,
bad
then
news.
a second rope, and then
Yeah,
a
yeah.
final rope.
It's
not
really
the third
like
rope.
Right. Yeah. It's really a lot like when it rains, it pours. When you think about it.
That'd be pretty bad, Holmes. You know what I mean?
All right. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do the Band-Aid rip off for the bad news?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Nice. Mark just did it.
Louis-
Luis likes turtles.
Luis
Got
pays
the
me
accent.
$1.99 every day to do a Tex-Mex accent.
Cholo accent.
Very good. Okay, moving on. That Band-Aid ripoff hopefully was less painful than if we had slowly peeled it off. And let's keep it in sports. We were just talking about NHL legend Bobby Hull and his son Brett. And then also in sports, you guys have seen the clip of LeBron losing his mind at a recent Celtics game, right? Like it was over the weekend. You've seen it.
Yeah,
The end of the game.
hitting the ground.
Oh yeah, he's
On
screaming
his knees.
like looked like he got murdered.
He looked like
Yeah.
he's a tantrum. He's throwing a child's tantrum.
couldn't believe the
Absolutely.
ref didn't call it.
Absolutely. It was Wes probably saw kids acting the same at the school he was shooting
did.
at on Monday.
Yeah.
And here's the clip just for anybody who hasn't seen it or heard it. And so it's just the crowd noise. This is from the stands, I think. And this is just LeBron losing his mind. Here you go. Okay, it's just he's incredulous, shaking his hands at the floor. Now he's on his knees, praying at the foul line.
Pretty
like
dramatic.
praying to the refs.
Is that the NBA Finals?
No,
the
it was a regular season game on Saturday night against the Celtics, and that was just to win in regulation. It was just tied. It went to overtime after that.
Right. He would have got 2 free throws and made one of the 2 or both and won the game.
And they lost
Right.
in OT, I'm
yeah,
pretty
they
sure.
did lose on time.
Well,
They
after
did.
that display, of
Yeah.
course, Wes. He spent all of his energy on being a diva and displaying how pissed he was at getting at the no call.
Who likes LeBron? Who likes that guy?
Lots of people.
A lot of
He's like the
people
Ronaldo of
First
basketball.
Listen,
of
I
all,
don't
first of all Lakers fans.
It's not even. Yeah, I mean, but he's just like
A lot of
he's-
people in
he's
Ohio,
just the
right?
biggest baby in the world.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, God.
He is. He's a huge diva, but he is inarguably one of the best basketball players of all time.
Top 3,
Potentially the
top
best, a lot of
2.
people say.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just chalked this up to LeBron being a gigantic diva and moved on. Like, I was just like, I feel like I see these clips so many times every basketball season. I
The
just don't care.
Zebras have been getting buried. Are you going to cover the NFL thing? Everyone's losing their mind about the
but
Bengals.
the Bengals.
The
I mean,
Bengals were screwed. It was a rigged job. Everyone's losing their mind about the Zebras. The Lakers are
Well-
getting screwed. The Bengals are getting screwed.
Think about this though. Mahomes does State Farm commercials, right? And isn't
Sponsored.
right? They're going to sponsor the Super Bowl, right?
It's the
So-
halftime show, probably. It's the Rihanna State Farm halftime show. The fix was
at
in.
the State Farm Arena, maybe.
I got news for you, Bengals fans. You were going to get fucked up by the Eagles, so it's all good.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are gonna take it for the.
Also,
for,
your
they're gonna
players are
represent the
dummies.
NFC.
Let's just be
Yeah,
honest.
58 is still on that bench.
You got
some say.
3 dummies. One of them ran into the kicker. One of them pushed Mahomes out of bounds. One of them, I forget what else he did, but you got morons on your team just
The Bengals
committing the
defense
worst
isn't
fouls
known-
ever.
Right, they're not known for being the
Right.
headiest defense.
The NFL's able to trick the Bengals into committing stupid fouls pretty easily
They
by,
never have.
by hosting the game.
Yeah, exactly. Just by having it. Remember
Yes.
Vontez Burfict on
Yes,
the Bengals?
of course.
So they have a long tradition of not being the most, like an intelligent defense.
They're
out
not
there
the
in league.
Cincinnati Menses.
Yeah. But, hey, the refs, they get it wrong a lot of times. And LeBron was so pissed that the refs got it wrong at the Celtics thing. He did this big display. And I didn't, we're not basketball guys, I don't think, so I didn't think anything of it. I don't know if you guys really
It was
thought
just funny.
twice.
I also liked his reactions in the video. I thought it was just so dramatic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
just
always funny to watch
Yeah.
LeBron lose his mind. But apparently, it's making waves, so much so in the basketball world that former NBA player and now commentator for FanDuel TV, Chandler Parsons, whose bio reads 6'10" with a ratchet, he said this a few days later about the LeBron freakout.
They were both great.
I could watch my French Bulldog get ran over by the mailman right now, and I would not react like that. I swear. That was one of the craziest
dare you.
reactions. But it is way more.
Damn.
It's so impressive that he cares that much on a regular season game that he's doing that.
Does he? Does he care that much, or is this just part of the drama that is LeBron?
So
That's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it's a funny comment from Chandler, but he probably didn't expect the reaction that he was gonna hope for, as Twitter was absolutely flooded with posts about how he doesn't give a flying fuck about his French Bulldog, and
Right.
while Chandler clearly does own a ton of dogs from his social media posts, I did do that searching. I did not see a single picture of the Frenchie.
Also, how fast is
So-
the mailman driving around in his neighborhood?
Didn't he
Like
say
those
my
right-
neighbor's French Bulldog?
No, his.
No, his. And
His,
I,
by the
I'm
mailman.
telling you, I can't find a picture of this thing. So
Not
this-
even
this
by
French
any
Bulldog
other
should be
car,
concerned.
specifically the mailman.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's thought it through. He's seen it in his head before, and that's what all the comments were saying. And say, I mean, he's being a good sport about it. He's laughing. He's like, yeah, I do hate French Bulldogs. Whoops. But yeah, I mean,
Steven C. brought up a point in the live chat because we do the live show, so join us. 6:15 Central, 7:15 Eastern every weekday. The NBA refs came back after the fact and admitted they blew the call because LeBron's their fucking cash cow, and every play in the NBA is a foul. You can call a foul on every single play. So yeah, I mean, he got fouled, but
Or a walk.
every game can be called a foul at the last play of the game. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I just honestly I don't fucking care because it's
no,
the NBA.
it's not that big a deal. LeBron made it a huge deal.
Yeah.
But I guess they are in like 14th place, and 12 teams make the playoffs. So they're almost, once again, for the 4th year in the row, the Lakers might get the very last seed.
I'll tell you this though, as a casual NBA fan, like somebody who never watches until like maybe the finals, I actually kind of enjoy LeBron being such a diva because I don't have to pay attention to the league. Most of the drama just revolves around him acting like a child.
How the hell does a team with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook not make the playoffs like 3 years in a row? What are they doing over there?
You got LeBron on your team. He's a fucking.
LeBron's getting old.
He's ruining everything by being a
Yeah,
diva.
it can't be fun to play with the guy that does that every game, right? Like,
No, that's terrible. I'd be asking for trades every day. Can you get me away from this psycho?
Yeah.
just waiting. He's a ticking time
Practice-
bomb every
practice
day.
sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd be calling my agent every hour. You got any leads?
Yeah.
LeBron's pounding the ground again over here.
LeBron's going to pick his 3 favorite players to play 4-on-4 against us again. He's going to
Yeah.
embarrass us in
He
practice.
yelled at me in
yell at
practice
us.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
he's
yelling at
getting
me all
so
practice.
heated in practice.
Why didn't you show up an hour early?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what's going on. And then, I mean, what do you guys think about the French Bulldog? Are you concerned for it? Do you think that Chandler Parsons?
I think it was a funny and weird comment.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to kill the Bulldog, but
Well, I don't think he's going to kill it, but he might with neglect potentially. I mean,
yeah.
French Bulldogs are awesome, by the way.
Clearly, that
I've
French
had the
Bulldog,
privilege of taking care of one recently. They're phenomenal dogs.
They are
This
cute.
guy has posted pictures of his golden retriever, of his English bulldog, of every other dog under the sun. I can't find a picture of the Frenchie.
That dog must like the mailman too. Like, he must chase after the mail truck.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Could also be like not his dog kind of thing. Well, that's not my dog. It's my
His
girl's
girlfriend's
dog.
or his wife's. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what his situation is, but I could understand that. Okay, which brings us to maybe better news, maybe not. Who knows? In the
cream of the crop.
And that's right, boys. Got the down under hat on. You see, put on the old Australian hat here to take us on a little outback excursion. And you boys are going to want to grab your metal detectors because we're going treasure hunting down under, okay? And it's actually a bit of radioactive metal we're going after. Okay, we got another live comment here.
I gotta read
that
this.
We want to read.
Steven says, "My mailman is retarded, so I'd feel worse for him than myself if he ran over my dog. So he'd be just very sad."
Sad.
Mailman's had a tough life.
That's funny.
And
Yeah.
now the dog. Okay.
All right, Steven, that's all you got today.
That's sad. All right. You guys ready for the
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
for the treasure hunts, or
Yeah.
we
Yes,
got more some live.
absolutely.
What other live comments we got? Are
Nope, that was it.
That's it. Hands off. Hands
None of
off the
this?
computer. Nope.
you sure? Okay, here we go. Okay, the cream of the crop, Australian metal hunt, guys. Bring your metal detectors because we need to find some radioactive metal that's gone missing down under, somewhere between a desert mine and the city of Perth in the territory of Western Australia, and it fell off a Rio Tinto iron ore mining truck on the way into town. So some kind of like desert mine, and then on January 10th,
They hit a bump, falls off the truck.
it's a piece of a machine, right?
Yeah.
It's like it was inside something else, and this thing still hasn't been located. It's radioactive metal.
Okay.
So it's out there. The problem is that the capsule only measures 8 millimeters by 6 millimeters. So this thing is tiny. That's 0.3 by 0.24 inches. It's just a little tiny little cap.
And it's super radioactive, right? It's like
Very, very
deadly.
radioactive. Yes, Mark.
Cancerous.
Yes, cancerous. People have been warned that it could have unknowingly become lodged in their car's tires. And according to the scientists, this is what they say, guys. They say that
Kill your whole family when you drive your car home,
Yeah.
what's that?
and then it kills your whole family when you park your car in your garage.
Or the entire Jiffy Lube.
It could. That would be bad.
The entire
You wouldn't want that.
goes-
Yeah. And then according to the scientists, guys, they say that the caesium-137 ceramic core, commonly used in radiation gauges, emits dangerous amounts of radiation, equivalent of receiving 10 X-rays in an hour. It can cause skin burns and prolong exposure, and could cause straight-up cancer. And that's what the scientists had to
That's
say.
not good.
Yeah. It's
10
not good at
X-rays
all.
in an hour. 1 X-ray in an hour is not good.
Yeah. And it's already been out there since the 10th, so 21 days, 3 weeks as of the time of taping. So I like our odds, fellas, if we leave soon and try to get in on the ground floor of finding this thing.
Yeah, it's probably pretty valuable, right? Yeah.
Yeah. They've called in the military. So you if you find it first, you would get to negotiate with the Australian military on
I
how
hope
much
that,
they give you for it.
that brother and the son and father find it and they get screwed over by another government.
Pennsylvania guys.
Yeah. It gets stolen from them.
But what you can't pick it up because it'll kill you, right? I mean, you
Yeah,
just
with
gotta,
gloves.
with like those Homer Simpson gloves.
Yeah, exactly. I got an idea too.
Yeah, I mean, you need to bring a suit. If you really want to hunt this thing properly, you got to be very prepared. More prepared than we have the money to be prepared with.
I think I know what happened here. This is Western Australia, you say, and what else has Western Australia tried to do recently is kill all the feral outdoor cats. So I think that they dropped this cancer-causing, cat swallowable sized thing out there for the cats to eat.
Or they're trying to finally do in all the Aborigines.
Both. Two birds, one stone.
Yeah, they don't like the Aborigines down there.
Maybe. I think that Australians are probably just clumsy.
Yeah.
Oh, you reckon we dropped it?
Yeah, somewhere back
Reckon
there.
we did, eh?
That's probably true.
I've read a couple articles and that was my conclusion at least. And so I think that because of the clumsiness, I think that we probably could, potentially find it before the army does if we got down there. But even if we won't be able to make a trip down under to locate some lost treasure, you guys might be able to locate some right inside the Lone Star State of Texas, as the Dallas Zoo reports that now 2 Emperor Tamarin monkeys have been stolen as of Monday morning, when at the time the zoo was actually closed for inclement weather, as you guys know. Of course, wrong tweet.
Yeah.
Here's the Tamarin Monkeys. Look at this.
Yeah.
Well, those are cool looking.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
cool.
it's a cool looking monkey. So this, of course, is on top
wise.
of the leopard escape, another monkey enclosure that was cut open, and of course the mysterious vulture deaths, as we've covered.
This fucking janitor is cleaning up over there. I don't know who he is or why he's doing it, but this janitor is causing a fucking ruckus.
Something's going on at that zoo. They need to the Tamarin Monkeys are getting stolen.
It's an inside job, clearly, because the
monkeys,
zoo is closed.
Like Wes said, they do look wise. They look like they could train a panda how to do kung fu type thing. You know, like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like one of the monkeys that's like a character in some of those movies. Probably. Yeah.
He's a council member in a monkey like movie.
Oh, for
Definitely.
Sure.
He's
But
got
he's
like
gonna
a
die in the
natural-
movie because he's the oldest one. At some point in the movie, he has to pass the torch.
Yeah,
He comes with a Fu Manchu naturally. It's part of his fur. So
that's
Adorable.
pretty cool. I bet you could sell that thing for probably $50,000.
There's
well,
a
that's
fucking
why
lunatic
the
running around
inside
the zoo.
person is stealing all this stuff. Yeah. They probably tried to steal all these things. Honestly, the
Good
leopard.
point.
Yeah.
They cut a hole through the leopard thing, and the leopard just said, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah. The leopard just went a different direction. That person was like, "Yeah, I can't control a leopard." They
hissed
also
at him
cut
and he was
open
done.
What's up, Wes?
It just hissed. The leopard just hissed at him, and then the operation was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they also cut open, whoever it is, cut open another monkey enclosure that none of the monkeys left. So they just stayed in there. They didn't go with this person. They then probably killed that vulture trying to capture it and sell it.
They probably
and
tried to
now-
shove it in a bag and broke its neck.
Yeah.
You're like a net. Yeah. You're right. There's just a thief that has access to the zoo.
They're stealing animals.
Yeah.
It's just an employee at the zoo that's stealing animals. Because this one was stolen now on a day where the zoo was closed. So
Right. Yeah. It's clearly an employee that's stealing. And they got it wrong the first two times. They finally got it right with the monkeys.
yeah,
That's
the
why I think it's a
Dallas,
janitor because he doesn't know what he's doing.
It's a Cincinnati Bengals defender. Stealing these animals, trying to steal these animals.
the Dallas PD says that they are going to close it now after the fourth robbery attempt.
Like indefinitely close the zoo.
They're like, we're going to get to the bottom of it now.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
there's a $10,000 reward, so it is kind of like treasure. If you guys find the monkey, go up to Dallas, find the monkey, you can get $10K.
This guy's so dumb he might turn himself in for the 10K. I'm here to claim the reward. It's me.
He's gonna post his monkeys on Craigslist.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you don't catch a guy who has broken into 4 animal enclosures, and it's got to be. You have to have so many cameras at a zoo because there's the public comes there. So for liability, you have to have cameras. So how do you not catch somebody who's broken into 4 different enclosures?
He knows where the weaknesses are. He knows where
Yeah,
the
he
blind
does.
spots are.
And he's definitely alibying himself. He's like, I'm going to the crocodile enclosure. And then he's stealing monkeys. Oh, no, I was in the crocodile enclosure.
You might want to interview all your longest tenured employees, right?
Yeah.
They
They followed me home. Damn it.
Potentially the head of security.
Yeah. Might be that as security.
Yeah. Like Newman from Jurassic Park style.
Okay.
All right.
that's coffee.
There you go. Today I'm bringing back the segment Women Can't
Can't
live
with them, can't live without them.
Am I right? First up
Yeah.
is a guy who couldn't live with his girlfriend, so much so that he decided to break up with her mid-flight on a plane. Why would you
Going
do
or
that?
coming? Going to a vacation, coming from a vacation.
We don't know a ton of information. We don't even know her name. What we know is a moron who was with her,
How long?
potentially
of a flight?
engaged. They may be on the ground at this point because you'll see in the video I'm about to play the one nerd flight attendant's got his vest on. So unless he just wears his vest the whole flight like a dweeb, it might have been for landing. But you can hear the planes moving, so it's probably like on the runway, like getting towards the gate. So he should have waited like 15 more minutes.
Right.
Yeah, just do it inside the terminal. Then you can leave.
He couldn't wait. So here's the video of this is why you don't break up with someone on a plane.
He couldn't wait.
Tantrum.
Oh no.
I think he made the right move.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he made the wrong move doing it on the plane, though, Wes. He made the right move in general, wrong move on the plane.
No, but here's why he may have made the right move, because people may have questioned him, like amongst his circle of friends, like maybe he's
Whether
an
she's
asshole.
crazy or not.
He's an But now everyone knows that he made the right move, and it was all her. He can put everything on her now.
That's a good point.
Yep. Yeah, he looks like he's not going to be the bad guy for breaking up.
No, he's not the bad guy anymore.
He got his proof. If he needed proof, he got it.
He got his proof, all right.
You know why I couldn't wait till the plane landed? Here, watch the video.
Because she's crazy. I've told you she's crazy. No one believed me.
Yeah.
Watch
That
the video.
relationship was going to go a long way, anyways. He also planned to get his proof by making it a public scene.
Yeah.
The guy, I mean, it's. I'm sure it was a volatile situation.
He you think he went to go pee and slipped a guy at 20? He's like, get your camera out.
You
in
don't
about
come
5
up with
minutes.
this plan if you're not
my number.
if you don't have a little bit of a screw loose yourself.
Oh, for sure. Hey, get your cameras ready. I'm about to break up with a psychopath in 5 minutes.
She calls me crazy. What do you see? What do you see?
She's going to freak out.
Watch, get ready.
She probably screams like that 5 times a day, though. To him, so,
Yeah. If she's doing it on a plane, in a car, she's a menace.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's been circulating around TikTok, and the guy who filmed it's like, I don't know where he gets his information from. What they're saying, they were engaged, and that's about all the information we have.
It could also be a sketch, and if it's a sketch, it's a great sketch.
Could be a sketch, but I mean, there were a lot of people involved in that sketch.
Yeah, and she didn't say anything
at least
funny.
the
She just
three.
acted like an insane person. So
Right.
Well, if that was a sketch with just 3 or 4 people, and they put 150 other people through hell, that's a ballsy group of people.
I would
as
say
well.
that's a funny, but it probably was for a real caught in the wild. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's a breakup for you. I saw a horrible scene once in a terminal, actually at the terminal, where it was a man and a woman, and there was a child involved, and it was like a breakup, and there was tears and screaming and running at each other and then running away from each other. I was like, whoa, dude, broke it up with her in the airport. Not good. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Again, the public place breakup move.
Yeah.
Also proves you're kind of a fucking psycho, right?
Yeah.
Like the person doing the breaking up in the public place. Also, it's like you have your proof that person is crazy,
right?
But you also introduce the situation to make it insane.
I think it's a little bit like what Wes said. I think you're probably not going to get killed in public as you might in your apartment, and then also you want everyone to see her reaction. Told
I'm
you,
a battered man.
Yeah.
Right. No, but I'm just saying it's a lot of people's reaction, a lot of people's thoughts, and they're in a relationship I'm just gonna make this a public breakup. I'm just gonna make it a super public breakup. It also it's not like you go completely untarnished in that situation.
You're really rolling the dice when you do a public breakup or a public proposal. Those are both ballsy, interesting moves.
Yeah, but if he would have broken up with her in his apartment, everything would have been broken. That's the thing.
Oh, you have to do it in
saved
her
money.
apartment on the way out.
Yeah,
You have to do it in her apartment on the way out and hope that she doesn't jump on the hood of your car.
Exactly.
All right, next woman, women, right? Women. Next woman I'd like you to meet is Anastashia Shirvina, who is a painter based out of Mexico City currently. She's a painter, all right. Anastasia has been an artist for some time now, though, as a little bit about her. She's danced for 20 years in theaters internationally, international dance companies, and eventually that led to her finding her ultimate passion, working with movement and film. She combines creative stories with movement in fashion films using raw, animalistic energy. That's her signature forte. She just is animalistic, and she's using that animalistic energy recently in a new business venture to do body painting. Would you like to see some of her work?
Yeah, based on her body, I'd like to see some of her body painting.
Would you like to see some of her body painting? Now, this is art that she sells for a lot of money. So here it is. There's no sound. So as you can see, Anastasia gets into lingerie and covers herself up with paint, and then
it's
just
the Big Lebowski.
kind of rolls around on. Yeah, there's the splits right on the middle of the canvas.
She's doing the Big Lebowski thing, mod.
Yeah, but even more so because that guy was flying by. This is getting her parts on it too. Yeah, but it's very similar to the Big Lebowski. Now, some of these are only forearms. You saw she did the splits and got her taint all over the other one. This one, she's just doing a forearm only, which is
half the parts at least.
It's art. I mean, she has to use different body parts for different strokes.
Yeah,
right.
But
if some guy gets if some guy gets a forearm only, that's a ripoff. Like there's
Right.
definitely a lot of people out there who are like buying these, and then they're like, and then they're showing them off, and someone's like, that's a forearm only, and he's like, no, it's not. And they're like, oh yeah, smell it.
Yeah.
That's a forearm only.
It's a taint, I swear.
Yeah.
You can tell by the stroke of it.
100
Look it, you can see the shape.
There's the
100%.
splits.
100% of the guys buying these are smelling the art.
Is it dudes buying this or is it
Oh,
like
100% dudes smelling the art.
This is like art for OnlyFans art kind of.
Maybe lesbians, but it's gay women and dudes. Straight dudes are buying that art. There's no art there. It's just her putting her crotch, hopefully not her forearm, on the painting, and then you spend like $500 and you smell it. And
What's her name? I want to look up and see it.
yeah, she has a website.
See,
Anastashia.
how much is $500? That's not that bad.
Well, we don't know. We could email her. You have to contact her. It's Anastashia Shirvina.
you have to ask for the
You have to
price.
contact her. I'm about to send an email from Tex Factor, and ask her email address. Can I give our main email address? Why not?
Yeah.
Subject: full body painting is the subject, and the message is: I'd like one, not elbows only.
Right.
I'd like one, not elbows only. How much?
Can you do ass and vagina only?
Right. Could you ask for, because like, what if you ask for like butt prints? Does she do custom requests, or is it all what strikes her in the moment? Is it
Request
just her
for the
artistic
splits.
flow?
So this is going to get flagged. All right, submitted, and that's done. So we'll see how much that costs, and if she's grossed out by that email, which she probably will be. And that is body art. Now, I have some comments from the internet, as you'd imagine. Some people are probably commenting on such a form of art. Like, for example, Chris Mentos says, I didn't see any paint, and I watched it twice.
Yeah.
Chris Mentos with the Charlie Chaplin avatar, so you know he's a fan
Chris
of comedy.
Mentos masturbated directly after making that comment.
Oh yeah. If you think Chris Mentos masturbated before the comment, then wait till you see Brian Best's comment. He said, "I'd like to clean the brush."
Oh, dirty dogs.
Brian wants the entire internet to know he wants Anastashia to sit on his face, and he might be buying one of these. But not everyone was thrilled with Anastasia's art and antics. As professional painter Kate Berry says, as an actual artist, I hate this. I also hate how any bullshit is just lumped into, quote, art. If you can't play an instrument or sing, you're not described as a musician. How is this different? Anyone can roll around and paint. And there are a lot of those comments from artists that are not happy that she's making 10 times as much as them for doing the splits on paintings.
Well, it's also a silly comment by any artist, because it's like, isn't art is art, right? Like, that's the whole thing.
Oh,
right?
they're jealous, Will. They're jealous.
They're so jealous.
They're so jealous because she's just rolling around, butt out on the canvas and selling them.
Because she's got an ass.
She's sold out.
Yeah.
Because the dude wants to clean the brush.
Yeah, he does. He needs to clean the brush. He put it online. He put it out there. Anyways,
awesome.
body art, apparently it's not for everyone. Oh, quick bonus dog. Women, late breaking. This woman, who is 66-year-old Vera Liddell. She used to work at the Harvey School District in Harvey, Illinois. She's been arrested. Well, she's been accused of stealing $1.5 million worth of school food, mainly chicken wings, because she has access to like a school district's food ordering. And during COVID, they were shut down, and she just kept ordering the food and stealing it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I bet she's throwing some parties though.
Yeah. Oh, chicken wing parties all day. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fucked up, man. Because,
It
like,
is.
those are the kids' chicken wings.
They were probably taxpayer chicken wings too, but she just kept ordering boxes of chicken wings even though the school was shut down, and she just took them, sold them, used them. Yeah. So women, there you have it.
Damn. Beautiful. But, I mean, those chicken wings should be for the kids. Like, what? So,
Right.
damn.
Well,
They just
right, the
went to
kids, but the
whoever.
kids were at home, so their parents, I guess, were responsible.
They just
for
went to her parties.
feeding
Well,
them.
I read that some schools were still providing lunches for kids, even if school.
You
was
could
closed,
show up
'cause-
and eat. Yeah.
Right. A lot of kids depend on that shit. And she was taking
So
advantage
instead,
of that.
she was like, nah, I'm just going to do the chicken
It says
wings.
she never brought the food to the school, so she ordered it and picked it up somewhere else and brought it to her house or somewhere where she sold it.
Good scheme until she got caught. But I
Pretty
mean,
good scheme.
Yeah. Good scheme. But, I mean, with the kids' money, I mean, come on. Like, at least if you're defrauding the government, defraud it from not a pool of kids' money, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough. Conning kids is tough.
Yeah. It's a tough look.
Tough look. Yeah.
It's like the public breakup.
Well,
Yeah.
I say women will.
I'm trying to find how much one of these paintings costs, but I can't find it.
I emailed her. Yeah, no.
She's only got one painting for sale on her whole website.
We'll
and
update it.
Yeah.
If she's not grossed out by me asking for a splits heavy painting, then we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Again, thank you for Charles for this next one, and it's part of the series What a Way to Go, where we like to highlight the worst ways to die, basically. And this one is one of the worst I've heard in a while. So, not sure if you guys are aware, and Mark, I don't know if you saw this while you were over there, but the very progressive city of London has these things, these pop-up urinals, and they just literally pop up out of the ground at night so that people don't piss in the streets. And they're very nice, and obviously, you know, it's like a hydraulic TV that comes out of your bed, but it's a big fucking urinal that just pops out of the ground, and then you can piss in it at night. And I'm showing a video, and you can check it out on YouTube. But describe what it looks like. I mean, it's like a manhole cover that just it's almost like one of those containers that you send your money in the bank in the tube that just comes up out of the fucking thing. You step in it.
It's a little building that you described that comes out of the ground, and now it's above ground. And my worst nightmare, the women's one has shuts the door because it has a stall style seat. The men's is all open, so you don't even have to get in it because it's just kind of like you pee in a little urinal. But the women's one, you have to step inside of it, and the door shuts. And what if that thing went back underground and stayed underground with you in it?
Yeah. Well, Mark. Mark, awesome. you're on to something.
That would be a nightmare.
Well, no, but I think it cuts in half, so you wouldn't have enough space to stand.
You guys are both on to something. This is
you'd get cut in half on the way down.
This is What a Way to Go.
And
unfortunately for one, service maintenance guy, because these things, they say they clean themselves when they go back underground, but they still fuck up and they need to be serviced.
Turds be turds,
Yeah, someone's gonna shit in one eventually, at night. And
they shit in them every night, probably. I would assume.
Yeah.
So there was
Someone
a guy
shits in the fucking piss funnel.
Absolutely, as a prank on a stag do.
Yeah, exactly. So a maintenance guy was servicing one of these things, and it fucking crushed him to death. He was, I guess, standing inside of it. It malfunctioned, and it was in broad daylight. It was like 1 p.m.
Wait, no.
Yeah. 1 p.m. right outside of a Harry Potter play that had just been getting out. And the thing, I guess, he hit the wrong button or it malfunctioned, and it just started going into the ground while he was in it. I guess he tried to hop out of it, and it just crushed him right there on the scene. So much so that they had to bring
Jeremy Renner would have survived this.
He wasn't even drunk, though. This is terrible.
No, this is just a service guy. But I don't know how one of these fucking things hasn't killed a drunk person yet, I guess. But
when you're drunk, your bones are all malleable. You can survive horrific plane crashes when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, car crashes.
Yeah. So they had helicopters. They had, they brought in a crane because this thing was stuck and he was just pinned in there. And they brought this giant crane in to pull it up out of the ground. But it was just too late. He had already been, basically died on the scene.
Crushed by an underground urinal is tough.
Crushed by an underground urinal.
What a way to go.
Yeah. But it got me thinking, like, this is kind of what I'm, now that I imagine what Wes's shack would be like. Something that just pops up out of the ground at night.
Europe just has Wes's shacks.
Yeah, they have Wes's shacks, but
now you can tell the lawyers about this, Wes.
Yeah.
You need to know to build them so that they go down all the way, so that somebody wouldn't get crushed when it goes underground. It has to go down the whole 7 feet or whatever, 8 feet.
Or you can have some sort of sneaky thing like a thumbprint technology where if they put their thumb on it, that's how they get in, but their thumb is also their signature to a I won't sue. You have to do something like that, right? Where like it's a quick signature, they're liable. You have to make sure that all responsibility of getting crushed to death by Wes Shack is on you entering the shack.
And for those of you, I think Wes's shack was on Patreon, but it's just a shack where you can masturbate
in public.
If you need to, as it's a relief shack. And so you don't get arrested, and I want to put them everywhere.
It's to prevent rape and mass shootings, basically.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And they've had these in Amsterdam, the public restrooms, but there's no doors, So this English stuff is much closer to Wes's shack, where you're closed inside of it.
Because you're gonna need a few minutes.
You just have to pee into a trough on the side of the road.
Right.
Even the horniest guy's gonna need a full 60 seconds in Wes's shack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like
Well, at least you have the door closed though on Wes's shack. That's part of the agreement, right? Is that you get privacy?
Yes, you get privacy. Absolutely.
Privacy if you're in
Complete privacy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then after maybe like say 10 minutes,
privacy.
Like some bars come out and like push you out of the shack, or like
it's get going.
like some like electrodes come and start just shocking you out of the shack.
They just stick a finger in your ass and milk your prostate and get you out of there.
Yeah, otherwise people will be living in them. So you need like some kind of electric shock after a certain amount of minutes to get you out of the shack.
You're never
going to
come, you loser.
Yeah. Otherwise people take
Well, no, but the
advantage of it.
shack has got to be so inviting. How are you going to stop though? Seems like a big sexual assault red flag type deal. What's Wes's shack's plan to combat people misusing Wes's shack?
You mean like dragging someone into Wes's shack?
Yes, exactly.
Only big enough for one person. If the shack
What if you're a bigger
senses
guy?
if the shack senses two heartbeats,
Okay.
then it just
There you
starts
go.
shocking you. Yeah.
Can't have two heartbeats in there.
Can't have two heartbeats.
Sorry, Siamese twins.
Only
or
for
conjoined-
masturbation.
Sorry, conjoined twins.
You can't have
Yeah.
sex in the shack.
No, of course you can't have sex in there. It's just for jerking off.
That's ridiculous. No sex in there. How could you even imply that?
Yeah, that's insanity.
That's insanity.
Yeah. No, it's just for losers to jerk off in.
Well, you're also going to have a.
Well,
you're
what
gonna
about
have
a
to have
deluxe
lot of
Wes's
maintenance
shack
workers.
where couples could go?
That's just a motel.
Yeah,
you
it's a
know?
hotel, motel.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but you can't do that on the street.
Well,
You
this
can't
is
just stand
very
on the street.
specifically to prevent incels from hurting people.
that's right.
I got you. So you're saying they can't do that in
Wes-
a hotel bathroom?
Wes doesn't think they can do that
lobby
at home
bathroom.
because they might get an urge when they're out on the streets.
That's right. Like that guy.
If they're too far from home,
Yeah,
a
no, I
Wes's
get it, I
shack.
get it.
It's
Yeah, that's where you got to run to.
Right.
It's like it's because the guy was jerking off in his car across from a kindergarten, I think, and that's where it spawned from. It's like,
That's
hey,
right. I
maybe
mean,
if that
even
guy had a place to go.
Gary Busey was yanking it in a park recently. I mean, he could have
Yeah.
used the Wes's
Louis
shack.
C.K.
Absolutely.
could have used
Louis
the
C.K.
Wes's shack. He
Listen,
probably
so many
saved a lot
people
of
could have
money.
used. So many people could have been saved by Wes's shack. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh. You said
Tim
no,
Allen, but Tim Allen says that it wasn't. He didn't do that. So
You said no more comments from Stephen C., but you set yourself up for this one, Will. He said, so mass.
I didn't
so,
say no. I didn't say
Will-
no more.
I mean,
comments
Wes.
from
I'm sorry,
Stephen
Wes.
C.
Wes said no more from Stephen C. I'm sorry, Wes did, but he set himself up for this because he said
You
no
guys
two
were just
heartbeats.
popping comments up nonstop.
No, I know. I'm not.
While I was
I
trying to
misspoke.
talk, I have no
I
idea
misspoke.
what the
I
comments were.
misspoke.
comments.
Wes said no more for Stephen C., but then he also said 2 heartbeats is no good. So he's saying pregnant chicks can't use Wes's shack. That's tough. That's tough. Look, that's
I mean,
prejudice.
this
Will.
look,
I keep
Wes's
mentioning
shack
him
is
for
a little
consumers.
sexist. Okay, it is sexist.
It's
I'll admit
sexist.
it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's for men who want to.
You don't want your pregnant wife using Wes's shack, Steven. Come on. She can't have her shit anywhere close to the dirtiness that's on the surfaces of Wes's shack.
How was
That's
shopping,
insane.
really-
You don't
really-
let a Prego
You popped
go
into
that
Wes's
shit.
shack, huh?
Yeah. She's got to stay healthy. She can't. She's going to get sick for sure. That is a staph infection guaranteed on your ass
Well,
cheek when you go to Wes's shack.
This story was about a
Certainly.
maintenance worker getting crushed to death. I mean, I imagine there's gonna have to be a lot of people cleaning Wes's shacks, like constantly, right?
Yeah.
Almost in between every use, it should be cleaned, right?
Of course, but we're gonna have a built-in cleaning system that hasn't been perfected yet, obviously. But it'll be maybe like a
That'll be. I mean, that might be where the money is.
Kind of be like a
that
flame.
cleaning system might be the moneymaker.
It'll be a flame, basically, like just a giant flame that comes out
Yeah.
and
yeah.
flames down Wes's shack.
Anything in there gets incinerated.
Exactly. Yeah. Humans, whatever. If you stay in there too long, you get incinerated. Anyway, So these toilets are cool though. They should put them in like New Orleans because New Orleans needs these bad.
But then they'll never do it there because of the dick laws. Like they're so strict about guys pulling their dicks out. They would never put something on the street that would encourage a dude to pull his dick out.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
That's cities.
Anyway.
They will fuck you up if you pull your dick out. You can do pretty much anything else, but if you pull it out on the street, they'll just tackle you right away.
And London's culture is not the same. London's culture is
Europeans love to show their dick.
Oh yeah, they're major. Did I sit and gum? They're always doing that gag. Like constantly pulling out their junk as a gag. So
Yeah.
different culture.
All right. That's it. You guys have anything else? Should we pull up any more comments? Will, you want to pull up a comment?
I'm good.
Will, you want to pull up a comment?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh wait, we got a poll.
Yeah, what was the poll? Eric launched a poll.
Okay.
got a
What's
poll?
the poll, Eric?
What was the in episode poll here?
Who's the suspect?
Who's the suspect? Janitor, head of security, intern.
Okay.
Janitor.
I like the
You
janitor.
know, I think it's going to be none of the three. I would have taken the field on this one.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Oh, just a handler, a crazy handler. or
Zookeeper.
something.
Crazy zookeeper? Okay.
Crazy
Zookeeper.
yeah.
I mean, they would have access and be very trusted
And they're
in a zoo.
and confident.
Jackson was
and
offended by the intern.
confident.
Not you, Jackson.
Different. That was Jack Piggott. Oh, that was Jackson.
Peugeot.
Jackson.
Oh, yeah, Peugeot. Right. Sorry.
All right.
Bad with names today.
Let's do the wheel. Here we go.
Joe Freeze is blowing on your brain.
Patrick will have the cup of coffee.
Yes, he will.
Works out for me. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. Store.hardfactor.com. Get in there. Buy a beautiful shirt. Join the Patreon. Join the Discord. Get some bonus stuff. Help the show out. Leave a 5-star review. But most importantly, we love you and have a great fucking day.